is the Simulation Football League, presented by 8 p.m. Music on YouTube. Formula One will grace the strip here in a few months' time, but the race in the SFL continues as we go into Week 7. It's the Las Vegas Fury hosting the Seattle Nemesis. Good evening, folks. I'm Tyler Falk. It's Friday Night Lights, late night, here from Silver State Stadium here in Las Vegas. We are happy you could join us here for Week 7 of the SFL. I am joined in the booth by a hacker, a Steven hacker, that is. Steven, welcome to the broadcast. These two teams have never faced off against each other, but they have a lot of tape as we enter the halfway point in the regular season.
Yeah, that is absolutely right, Tyler. Las Vegas is here at 2-3, and Seattle coming in at 3-2. And I expect this one to be a really good game, Tyler. Las Vegas's record is a little deceiving. They're actually a plus 31 differential this season, so able to score points. Just been on the wrong side of a couple of ball games, one or two plays, and their record looks completely different. So Seattle has been really impressive this season, but I expect Las Vegas to put up a fight here at home.
On top of that, we got two of the best backs going head-to-head tonight. Blue Scott versus Hubba Kimbrell, and much more to come tonight. Seattle will kick it off to the home team, Fury, as here we go from Sin City. On the return here for Vegas, it's Mason Kirby, and Kirby will get all the way up to the 28-yard line, and out comes Eric Price for the Las Vegas Fury as he leads his troops out to the field for their first drive of the contest. Six touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 8 yards shy of 1,000 yards on the season. A little over 62% completion percentage tonight. He will start under center, an I formation behind him. We'll start with a pitch. Near side. Here comes the aforementioned Hubba Kimbrell. Hubba will gain 3 as we introduce you to the rest of the Vegas offense. Of course, we mentioned Eric Price. He's backed up by Switch Thumper, the rookie quarterback, who has yet to see the field of play this season. Fullback is Brad Taylor White. Wide receivers are Doug Britton, Prince Wonder, Jacob Morrison, Alice Itera, Mason Kirby, and Barney Burner. Tight ends John Blades, Ron O'Mac Dunnis, and on the line it's Sam Yeager and Over Yanda. Kimbrell, another carry, gets closer to the first down line. It'll be 3rd and 2 upcoming.
Yeah, and don't expect Vegas to really change that pace much. They like to use Kimbrell in that fashion. They're okay with 2 or 3 yards at a time with this running back.
Kimbrell is number 1 in total carries in the league with 190 coming in at 192 here on the drive, and a quick hitter from Price to John Blades slices up the defense, gets a first down, and add insult to injury, or injury to insult, TJ Frosty is down.
And that could be huge for Seattle as this game goes on. They're going to need all the help they can slowing down this running game of Las Vegas. And for a secondary member to go down, that can really hurt you, as they just did right there. You saw that they're trying to use this run to set up the pass, and a great throw by Price once the defense bit down to find that open receiver for the first down.
Good news for that safety core with Frosty down. Doug Day and John Jones can step in. We'll get to the rest of the Seattle defense here in a second as Kimbrell gets the call, looking for an extra block. It's a good carry of 8 yards behind Blades on the blocking as we introduce you to that Nemesis defense. Draco Young, Sean Parent, and Aaron Stein are the linemen, with Sabo Cannon, TJ Harper, Matthias Citrion, and Aaron Gooden the linebackers. Daniel Valentine, Sammy Seatbelt III, and Amar Bryant Jr. are the corners, with TJ Frosty, John Jones, Bryant James, and Doug Day at safety. Pitch play left side, and Kimbrell goes nowhere. Caden in on the stop for a loss.
Yeah, that was great reaction time. Fully committed to the run, beat his man off the edge, and got in the backfield. What a play there by Sabo Cannon.
The come out in an I formation here on third down. Last time they connected with Blades for a first. Can they do it here again? This time middle into coverage. Excellent coverage, I should say, by Daniel Valentine. The vicious Valentine deflects it away for a fourth down.
And a great job that time. Seattle had been fooled once, and that time they were prepared with that third down pass. They didn't bite on the run. They stayed true to their assignments, and it paid off dividends for them. They're going to get the ball back here.
So out comes Dustin McRack to punt this one away from Vegas. It shanks off his foot to the right-hand side. There will be a return from T to Queen. She gets maybe a yard before being stopped up. And out comes the rookie quarterback phenom, Ty Patak from Albuquerque, the first overall pick, and he's been lighting up the scoreboard. A third best in the league, 10 passing touchdowns.
Yeah, and couple that, only 4 interceptions as well. That's showing some veteran presence from a rookie quarterback.
He has proved the doubters wrong in his first overall selection. Handoff. There's the first carry of the ball game for Baloo Scott. She cuts from left to right and running next to Mike Jones on the sideline. Still not touched, and she goes out of bounds on her own accord. A solid opening run from Baloo.
Yeah, great job by Scott, realizing that the left side of the field wasn't there, cuts all the way back to the right side, then just the defender just does everything that he can to corral her out of bounds. Great job by the Nemesis to start their drive.
She gets across midfield on the first play of the drive. A 32-yard run. Stats courtesy of our impeccable stats team tonight, Justin Raside and Top Kiefer. Now from the 48-yard line of Vegas. Attack will look to throw. Heavy blitz coming. Batak tried to get it over the middle. It hits a defender at the line of scrimmage, maybe his own lineman. Ball falls incomplete as we introduce you to the rest of that Nemesis offense. Of course, we talked about Batak and Baloo Scott, the quarterback and halfback. Fullback is Dean Jackson. Wide receivers are Fox Highwind, Christian Bacigalupe, Gus Scott, T to Queen, and John Fullerton. Tight end is Paulie Truth. On the line, it's Will Stevens, Ethan Kai, Clarence Carver, and Matty Mack. 2nd and 10 now for the Nemesis offense. 4-man rush. Attack, looking middle. That's caught by the Queen. And that is another Seattle first down, second one of the drive.
And good job by Patak, realizing that second push from the defensive line was getting there, and it was enough time for DeQueen to get open. So great job by Patak to stay true in the pocket, realize where his receiver is going to be, and then let his receiver to the target. Great throw by Patak there.
16 yards on the pitch and catch. 17 yards, from DeQueen as they get to the 35-yard line. Quick drop, Attack, quick hitter over the middle. Oh, fantastic deflection by Maurice Lloyd, the middle linebacker. Got his hand in the way of the pass.
Yeah, and that's 7 seasons of experience there, being able to recognize where to be in coverage and then able to get that hand up at the last second and tip it away. That was a great defensive effort there.
We'll touch on the rest of Lloyd's friends in the defense here shortly. As Patak will go to look to throw again, looking right-hand side. One-handed attempt at the catch by Paulie Truth, and truthfully, just a little bit too high.
Yeah, and that defender really committed, knew that they were going to have to lower that shoulder and deliver a big strike to get the ball out of Paulie Truth's hands. So good defense as well. But yeah, Patak missed the mark just a little bit there. I couldn't agree more with you.
3rd and 10 now. Attack, scans, fires, caught. Fox Highwind, the Fox says, I caught the ball, and it's 1st and 10 from the red zone.
And threw it high and out in front. right in front of Max Jackson. That's a very, very difficult play to make for Fox Highwind, but maybe earning a little bit more confidence from his quarterback, maybe gets another look here in this next snap.
That got him all the way to the 15-yard line. Now what can they do from here? Two wide out. Delayed handoff. Here comes Scott. Stood up after a pickup of 2 yards by Maurice Lloyd and A.K. Jones. As we introduce the rest of that Fury defense. Frank Stackhouse, A.K. Jones, and Anthony Stover are the linemen, with Luke Swift, Logan Thornburg, Maurice Lloyd, and John Osiris, the linebackers. We'll touch on the secondary momentarily. Patak looking end zone, and it's picked off by a member of the secondary. And back the other way, here comes Las Vegas. A very nice interception from Luke Swift. Turns the ball over, and the Fury are back on offense.
And just at the right time, the defense steps up, makes a play to keep points off the board for the opposing team, and that's an absolute amazing stretched out play. Got his back to the quarterback, had to reach up and take that one away. That's a phenomenal play on the defensive side.
Luke Swift had a number change here this past week, went from number 21 to 40, and he's showing off that number 40 in style, I might add. Luke Swift picks up his first interception of the season, the third for the Vegas defense in season 21. Pitch play left side. Kimbrell out of a tackle, out of a second one. Can he get to the corner? He gets back to the line of scrimmage, ushered out of bounds by Doug Day.
These defensive backs are showing that they're up to task. They're coming up and meeting this running back with full force, holding Kimbrell to no gain on that one.
Second and 10. After Kimbrell did just enough to get back to the line of scrimmage, more traditional play up the gut, untouched, the first 8 yards. That's an easy first down for Hubba.
Yeah, and that's much more the pace that Kimbrell likes to play at. He's definitely a north-south back, so when you can get him going with a full head of steam and then let him change directions, that's the recipe for success for this running back.
Third play of the drive, they come out with 3 wide receivers. Bryce looking middle, and that's a nice catch from Mason Kirby. They tried to play hard zone on the first 10 yards, and Kirby got behind him.
Bryce and Kirby, I mean, just watching this relationship develop over the last couple of seasons, it's been really nice. I mean, Kirby has always been quietly one of the better receivers in the league, is really a clutch player, makes big-time plays in big-time games. And I think that's really helped the growth of Eric Price in his SFL career, having a reliable target like Mason Kirby.
Having a reliable run game works too, as Kimbrell gets another call and another big chunk of yards. 9 in total for Hubba. He's already at the 30-yard mark.
Yeah, getting involved early and often, and I expect Las Vegas to continue with that formula.
Another I formation pitch play. Kimbrell met in the backfield's going to lose a few more yards. Kanan again, second tackle behind the line for Kanan tonight.
Vegas really needs to look at maybe taking that one out of this game, because I mean they're just setting Kimbrell up to get leveled by Kanan. If they keep running that might lead to an injury. We'll see if they go to it again.
Empty backfield, 3rd and 5. Price underneath, that is caught for maybe a gain of 2, but no further. The defense was there on the spot. That brings up 4th down and a punt.
Yeah, Sammy Seatbelt came flying in out of nowhere. The rookie safety, 215 pounds. Sorry, rookie corner, 215 pounds. Really made a nice adjustment there, showed his speed, came up, made a solid tackle as well.
Better punt from McRack, and a fair catch called for on the sideline, but the ball heads out of bounds beforehand inside the 20-yard line. That is where the nemesis will take over. If you are new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button to begin your career or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field, kind of like Fox Highwind, who nearly came up with the catch. Credit there to Doug, credit there, excuse me, goes to Mike Jones. But it's never too late to get involved and be like Fox Highwind and get on the field today.
I don't know if I want to be like Fox Highwind on that last play. He took an absolute leveling there from Mike Jones in the secondary, and these defensive backs really showing up here, Tyler, delivering some hits early in this ballgame.
That's also true. We got to take the lumps here on the SFL as well, as Patak looks into tight coverage. Oh, Fox Highwind took that out of the hands of Thornburg.
Yeah, really, really earning that paycheck here in Seattle, as Highwind not afraid to go up, help his quarterback out, and secures the target. That's a great reception there from Fox Highwind.
Go with a run, no, play action. Attack, deep bomb, right side, caught, first down. That'll move the chains. Needed 3, got 15 plus to Highwind.
Yeah, the hot hand right now is number 15 on the field. I think the Fury would be wise to start looking his way. I mean, that's Patak going right after Max Jackson. That's, right there in front of their best safety. And Patak showing a lot of composure, a lot of poise here, attacking the best defender on the field right now.
16 yards in total for Fox on the last catch, as the drive is off to a solid start. Run, Blue Scott right side, off of one tackle, but finished off by Thornburg. Just 2 yards on the last play, brings up second down. And go with a run, right side to Scott, and it seems like, Hacker, that Las Vegas is starting to key in on this run.
Yeah, really tightening up their gap play here. What's hurting them the most is these passing attempts from Patak. So here's a great opportunity for Vegas to tighten up the passing game and get their defense off the field.
4 of 9, but is averaging just over 6 yards a completion, which would give them a first down. 3rd and 5. 4 wideouts here for the Nemesis. Attack, looking middle, one-handed snag, outrageous catch from Highwind in traffic.
And I think that means he's on fire. The entire Nemesis offense right now pretty much flowing through Fox Highwind as he's carrying them down the field on this drive. Makes another jumping catch in tight coverage. Fox Highwind had to eat his Wheaties this morning for breakfast because he's balling out of control right now.
And he took a gruesome hit from Maurice Lloyd. It's good to see him pop right back up. But wow, the Fox is on fire. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Blitz coming. Attack into coverage knocked aside. As we go to the first time, we head over to Vancouver, where SFL Commissioner Cameron Irvine has a game break for us.
Thank you, Tyler. Portland, Vancouver in a battle in the Pacific tonight. Zorro Luna going to get open early in the first quarter. He's got all day, but Derek Majors catches him from behind and pops the ball loose. Vancouver's making it a game, though, the shootout we expected in Canada. 17-14 Portland. Back to you in Vegas.
Thank you, Cam. 3 of the Pacific teams in action right now. So a lot of implications here for that division as Scott picks up a few more yards. As we take a quick look at the division, Hacker, a loss from Vancouver could potentially see Seattle retake the division lead.
Yeah, that would create a tie between that game. Portland would move to 3-3, Vancouver would move to 3-3, and if Seattle can walk out of here with the win tonight, that would be best case scenario for them. They would take control at 4-2.
They come out with a bunch set here on 3rd and 6. Attack with plenty of time. over the middle. It is nearly intercepted by Mike Jones. Incomplete, 4th down.
Yeah, 33 there in the black has really played well this first quarter. Mike Jones been pretty much making all the plays there on the third level for the Fury. And that was a big test. That was what they needed. Seattle had been really successful throwing the ball, especially on 3rd down, and Vegas finally gets a stop.
Punt is away from Lilek Butte. That's a good one inside the 15. Eventually called for a fair catch at the 12-yard line by Doug Britton. That is where Las Vegas will take over. Nothing ball game, 007 left on the game clock here for this first quarter. It's a pretty pedestrian first quarter, or I should say to this point there, Steven.
Yeah, I think both teams really just trying to find their footing, feeling each other out, seeing what's going to work. I think Vegas is going to continue to stick with that running game, but they got to find more than Mason Kirby in the passing game.
Well, they look left side. They find Doug Britton to go beyond the 30-yard line. Gain of about 20 as we hit the end of the quarter. But a great pass here from Bryce.
Yeah, and just at the right time, too. They needed to add another wrinkle into their offensive game plan here to keep Seattle honest, and that was the right time to do so. Change it up, get Doug Britton involved, and he's a trusted receiver.
Zip. At the end of one, you're watching the SFL on YouTube. Tyler Falk and Stephen Hacker here in the booth, welcoming you to Silver State Stadium here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're glad you could join us. Our statisticians, massive thank you to them, Justin Reside and Top Kiefer, who have done an excellent job to this point. Especially thank you to our SFL commissioner and producer, Cameron Irvine. Quarter number 2 underway as Kimbrell gets the pitch right side, gets out of a tackle, and Kanan, who has been the sure tackler tonight, comes up with another one on a elusive back that is Kimbrell.
Yeah, and Kanan came from the other side of the field, cross field, to make that play. And it's just great effort from your linebacking group. And you know, these guys in the linebacker room for Seattle, they're a bunch of hard-nosed guys. They really want to get after the ball carrier, and you saw it there.
Blades goes in motion. Here on 2nd down, they'll go with a handoff as Kimbrell trying to look for the corner, and he just is not as quick as TJ Frosty, who is back in the game.
Yeah, great to see Frosty back in the game after that earlier injury. And again, you know, Kimbrell showing that lack of a burst there on the outside, having a really hard time getting to the edge, is really, really solid between the tackles, though. I think Vegas would be wise to stick with that.
Las Vegas in their standard black and lights, and Seattle in a very nice white with shards, with that one caught by a tumbling Doug Britton for the first down.
I don't know what it is here, Tyler. Both of these quarterbacks seem to be a little, inaccurate in this game. Seen a lot of low and high balls being thrown in this ball game. They got to calm down a little bit here.
And off Kimbrell through the middle as Kimbrell picks up 5 yards. But you look at, well, tie-up attack might be a little wayward, 5 of 12. Price, however, their partner, 5 of 6. And yes, not the most accurate of passes, but his receivers have been there with the receptions.
Yeah, maybe putting the ball right where it needs to be. Maybe I need to hold my tongue a little bit.
Still plenty of more football to come. And Price here in friendly confines looking for another win. Their only 2 wins this season have come here at home as they hand off to Kimbrell, puts a man in the shadow realm, and tight ropes a sideline for a few extra yards.
Yeah, that was a nice little stretch play for the Fury. Short side of the field, got the nice seal block there, and able to get that stiff arm. That's where Kimbrell really excels, using that power to his advantage, able to move the chains for the Fury.
Will bring up 1st and 10 here for Las Vegas from the 41-yard line. Under 8 minutes to go. We're in quarter number 2 on a late Friday night. Play number 7 of the drive is a pitch to Kimbrell, near side, and he tries to dive forward into Doug Day. The dreaded one comes up with a tackle, only a yard for Kimbrell.
Yeah, they're going to continue to test the water there. And Seattle's secondary, they are speedy. They built their defense on speed. And going to the outside, you're playing right into the meat of what their defense wants to do.
Blitz coming, quick hitter over the middle. Price was looking for Blades, but in the thick of it was Aaron Gooden.
It's a big third down here for Vegas, Tyler.
Absolutely. 3rd and 9 upcoming. They're 50% so far tonight, 2 of 4. Looking to convert here. Pass into open man, but the hit jars the ball 3. It was 1 defender on 3 receivers, and the ball somehow is on the turf.
Yeah, receiver had a shot at it, took a hit when the ball got there, but you know, as far as your wide receiver coach is concerned, that's a catchable ball, and I'm sure he's hearing it there on the sideline. And really, the first opportunity in this game, I mean, that was the first time I felt like somebody might get into scoring position, and unfortunately, Vegas going to punt it back, and we're playing the field position game again.
Fair catch called for at the 15-yard line by DeQueen. She'll haul that in without any fuss. For all the league highlights, photo galleries, major and minor league stats and leaderboards, community content, and so much more, check out the league website at simulationfl.net, presented by Football Shift. Stay up to date and explore our past, present, and future. Here comes the Nemesis offense as they take over. Handoff for Scott. Nice little spin move from Ballou, and that's the first down on the first play of the drive.
And that'll give your offense a little bit of a spark, starting about 5 yards back from where you want to be. But that little 9-10 yard run will get you out past the 20-yard line, and now you're off and running.
Just over 11 yards there for Scott. Back to the line they come. 2 tight end, 2 wide receiver look. And Batak will look to throw over the middle. One-handed snag from Tita Queen. That's a 9-yard gain.
And really nice. I mean, this passing game for Seattle has been very nice. They've come up with some nice plays, but they seem to stall out as the drive goes. I think they need to use a little bit more Ballou Scott early and let that passing game develop later on in the drive.
Go with Scott, left side. She cuts it back inside and picks up another first down. Brought down by Maurice Lloyd and company.
Looking good, Tyler. Couple of plays, and now the Nemesis are already right here at midfield, ready to get into positive territory.
They're continuing to have a solid day in general. Average yards per play still over 6, converting very well on a general portion of their plays. However, when Maurice Lloyd can come and disrupt plays like that, not really going to get anything going.
Yeah, Lloyd doing a really nice job there from the inside linebacker position, getting over there, making a nice play, holding the ball carrier to just 1 yard.
6th tackle of the ball game. That is twice as much as anyone else has tonight. And there's number 7.
Yeah, really, really controlling the trenches right now for the black and pink, doing everything possible to slow down this rushing attack from the Nemesis.
This will put Ty Patak in a position to throw for the first down as he will look middle, and Lloyd is there.
Wow.
Some more, but Lloyd has been the stopgap for everything that Seattle has been trying to do tonight.
And that is the reason right now, number 43 is the reason that this Fury defense gets to go over to the sideline, have a little drink of Gatorade, and get a nice pat on the back from their defensive coordinator. And it's all because of their defensive captain right there stepping up, making a nice play for him.
Boot will boot this one away. Nice punt inside the 15-yard line. There is nothing that Doug Britton could do about the return. He gains 5 back up to the 20. It's still a nothing ball game. Liking the game so far? If you like low scoring and defensive-minded football, sure you do. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. Kimbrell on the call, right side, maybe a 2-yard pickup and nothing more.
And I'm just waiting for one of these quarterbacks to try to take the top off and catch the defense sleeping. Both of these offenses are committing to the run. It's just a matter of time before one of these quarterbacks decides to take a shot.
Pitch play. Kimbrell on the call, out of a tackle, now turning upfield, looking for more yardage, and eventually out of bounds, not before he picked up the first down.
And that's what it's going to take. When they get in that base defense and you're able to take the hits in the backfield and really get all of the bodies behind the line of scrimmage, that really gives Kimbrell a chance to get up to speed and get downfield.
And we really haven't seen him get a whole lot of room to run up front. The defense has just been all over him tonight before he gets the first 5 yards. That one a much better run. The offensive line got a better push, and that's 6 on the carry.
And again, Seattle not afraid to put 4 linebackers on the field and only 3 defensive linemen. So when you run to the outside, you're kind of playing right into one of the strengths of that 3-4 defense.
10 men in the box here for Seattle's defense to try and counter this heavy look out of the Vegas offense as Kimbrell gets the call, and Kimbrell goes backward, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, but there to greet him is a backup. That brings up 3rd down. Split backfield, 3 wideouts. Price will look to throw. Has time, looking underneath, and a nice deflection here there for Seattle. And that from TJ Frosty brings up a massive impact for the Nemesis.
And I love the aggressiveness there, Tyler. 3rd down, you go man coverage, you send somebody on a blitz, you try to put pressure on the quarterback, and then your defensive backfield comes up, makes a nice play for you, tips it away. Perfect coverage there, right on the hip pocket of the wide receiver.
Punt is away from McRack. And here on the return from the Nemesis from the Queen. It's a 0-0 scoreline here, but how is the gun show in Vancouver, Mr. Cameron Irvine?
Thank you, Tyler. Robert Redford hits a milestone. Touchdown number 150 would not be denied, but Portland strikes back. They still have the lead in the shootout, 27-21, late in the second quarter. Back to you guys in scoreless Vegas.
Thank you, Cam. 16 minutes and 57 seconds and counting of scoreless football here in Vegas as the give up the middle goes for maybe a yard.
Another tackle from Lloyd, Tyler. And I think Maurice Lloyd's going to get a call from the PED testing of the SFL medical group. It's just absolute dominating performance here in the first half.
He has just been a taskmaster out there tonight. That one is caught. Paulie Truth comes up with his first reception, and that'll move the chains.
Yeah, Truth took a big shot earlier and wasn't able to come down with that one, but this time was sure-handed, still took the shot coming down with the reception, but would not be denied that time.
From the 41, Patak. Middle, caught, Truth again to the 43-yard line.
And Seattle's showing. Sorry, go ahead, Tyler.
I was just going to say, now this passing offense gets going.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They're showing a little bit of a spark, a little bit of momentum here, and putting pressure on Las Vegas. The passing attack from Seattle has been the more effective way. They kind of get themselves into these third down situations and they stall out. So it's nice to see them get a couple of nice passes here. Now maybe a fresh Blue Scott can push them into field goal range.
2 minutes to go. Might we see some more scoring? Or I should say any sort of scoring here with 2 minutes to go in the first half. This is the SFL on YouTube. First play out of the break. Handoff. Scott got turned around by Luke Swift and then brought down by his counterpart for a pickup of 4 for Blue.
And the Nemesis, offensive line has really been moving here tonight. They got a lot of pulling action, getting those offensive linemen to that second level.
High formation from the 40-yard line. Handoff. Scott through the middle. Got a few nice blocks. He's trying to fight forward Blue, and that will get her to a yard shy of the line to gain.
Vegas earlier in a similar spot, Tyler, got that turnover. We'll see if they can have some more fortuitous favor for them here on this drive, because Seattle, if they pick up this first down, they're in field goal range.
You would think. Handoff. Scott definitely in range now. Got an extra block. The hole was given, and Blue Scott scampers through to move the chains and get inside the 30.
And I'd like to see Seattle keep their foot on the gas, as this is really the first scoring opportunity of this ball game. And I'd like to see them try to push this one in for 6.
Empty backfield. Haven't seen this very much, if not all, tonight.
You got Scott there in the slot on the bottom of the screen.
Good eye there, partner. Back to pass is Patak, looking left side, cut, spinning is Pauly Truth. Can he get out of the tackle? No, he cannot. Max Jackson is there, but it's first and goal, Nemesis.
And I like that. I really like that, Tyler. They went aggressive. They went obvious passing situation, and they go downfield to their large tight end, who's going to that's a tough matchup. And great job by Patak to recognize that and get the ball out there to his receiver and let him make a play.
8 yards away from pay dirt. Patak looking for it. There's Truth again. And finally, 19 minutes and 5 seconds into the game, it's our first score, and the Nemesis strike first.
And it looked like the Vegas defense fell asleep as Truth is wide open and nobody around. The safeties both came up. I mean, there's nobody there in coverage on Pauly Truth. Excellent play calling there from the Seattle Nemesis.
Truth is, the Nemesis take the lead, 6-0. Here for Seattle, out comes Christian Ronald Suey to try and tack home the extra points. Kick is up and it is good. 7-0 Seattle, and Seattle's battle cry tonight here, Stephen, is do it for Suey, because unfortunately, outside the game, he's got some broken ribs, and we wish him a speedy recovery.
Oh man, that's never good. I've had broken ribs before, and that's never fun. And wishing Ronald Suey a speedy recovery.
He's out there on the field here in Las Vegas, and Suey kicks it back to Britton, who will take a knee, and finally, we get to see a response to a scoring drive.
And what a drive it was, Tyler. I mean, really exciting. Seattle really turned up the tempo on that one, and really put together a nice drive, mainly through the air. But you go with what works, and good job by Seattle making those adjustments as this game has progressed, and to get down there and take this lead.
A perfect 4 for 4 from Patak on the last drive. Can Las Vegas and Eric Price duplicate it? Blitz coming, pass middle, bobbled. Incomplete, looking for Britton.
Yeah, and it seems like Vegas is really targeting number 20 there, TJ Frosty, on the Nemesis defense, and has really stepped up to the task tonight. Got injured early on, but since getting taped back up, getting back out on the field, has really played a pretty pristine ball game, Tyler.
2nd and 10. 51 seconds to go. Rice looking middle. That is caught Mason Kirby short of the first down marker. And they're not going hurry up just yet.
I guess still got the timeouts, and I'm a little worried why they're not hurrying up here. But again, timeouts, and maybe it's not what their offense coordinator's looking to do here.
And they're going to go into a heavy look. Seattle gets the ball back to start the second half. Very surprising look to not go more aggressive as Kimbrough gets the call up the middle, gets the first down, and now they call a timeout. Interesting.
Well, the good thing is Kimbrough got a nice gain. I think that's a positive there. But now I definitely expect to see Vegas try to turn up the tempo a little bit here, go through the air to try to get down the field.
Tight ends shuffle around under 20 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. Blitz coming. Price has to get rid of it, and it's knocked aside. Right place, right time, Amar Bryant Jr.
And it looked like that was a double move to the outside, and Amar Bryant actually bit on the double move, but the pressure came, and Price had to get rid of it, and unfortunately that put Amar Bryant right in the path of the pass and unable to knock it away and forces that incompletion.
Price has 50% completion percentage after going 5 of 6. Handoff there for Kimbrough. Kimbrough stopped after a gain of 3. And that will take us into halftime. The hometown Fury in a hole, but not by much. 7-0 Seattle after a Pauly Truth touchdown inside of a minute to go left in the half as Las Vegas call a timeout. They're going to try and heave-ho this one there, Hacker.
That's a little interesting, but I think if your wide receivers have the stamina and your quarterback's feeling loose, why not let them heave one towards the end zone?
Price going to launch it. Right side, caught on the run. Inside the 30-yard line, that's Mason Kirby. The clock will run out on Vegas, and Seattle will keep their 7-point lead.
So yeah,
All
Seattle
right.
prepared. They got into that prevent defense there, Tyler. They were more than prepared for that.
Nothing doing. Nothing
Yeah.
doing. As we hit the halftime break, Las Vegas zip or donut or 0, and it's a 7 in the scoreline for the visiting nemesis. All right, partner, it's been a lot of defense, and Maurice Lloyd, she has had an excellent game to this point. That's the story of the football game, even though Vegas are down by 7.
Yeah, absolutely. Stepping up in a multitude of ways, knocking the ball down in coverage, making plays in the backfield and sideline to sideline. And when you have that kind of presence from on the second level of your defense, it makes the job of the secondary so much easier. They have that confidence where they can really just lock in, focus on the passing game. And that's really what Vegas needs. That's what's hurting Las Vegas right now is the Seattle passing game. So when your linebacker is able to step up and try to really control the trenches, that's going to take a lot of pressure off your secondary. Let them really focus in on what they got to do. Offensively for Vegas, Tyler, I think I like the recipe with Hubba Kimbrough, but I think that their passing attack isn't versatile enough. It's not dynamic enough. Seattle, as the game kind of wore on, going into the halftime break, they started showing more dynamic offensive passing plays. They started spreading the ball around a little bit more, and I think that was their recipe. That's why they have a 7-point lead right now.
So we welcome you back to Silver State Stadium here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Tyler Falk alongside my man of the booth, Stephen Hacker. And in the stats truck, it's Top Keyford and Just Reside, trying to keep us sounding as smart as we possibly can. And a special thanks to our SFL commissioner and producer, Cameron Irvine, as we are back underway here to start half number 2, quarter number 3. Tita Queen on the return. She gets it up to maybe the 30-yard line. That is where Seattle will take over, and they will have a chance to add on to their 7-point lead.
Yeah, great start. You have the lead. Now you get an opportunity to come out and really put pressure on the home team. And that's a great opportunity. That's a great position to be in with this offense. We'll see how they elect to come out here to start this half, Tyler. I'd really like to see Blue Scott get the first touch here in the second half.
She does have around 75 yards to this point in the game. We'll see if they go her direction as Truth goes in motion from left to right. Instead, Patak will look to throw. Middle. It is incomplete. Highwind had to stop for the pass, but Lloyd, oh boy, Lloyd, she is ready.
Yeah, we're here in Vegas, and if you're going to roll the dice, try to go over the middle. Maurice Lloyd's gonna take your money all day long. Just having an absolute ball game.
They had a no-fly zone in an alternate Seattle team. That one might be no man's land in Maurice Lloyd territory as they go near side. Another drop from Highwind. That's back-to-back targets where he's unable to haul it in.
Yeah, and a little interesting, Tyler, Seattle is, in previous games, has done a really good job spreading the ball around. This ball game, only 3 targeted wide receivers or 3 targeted receivers. So maybe Patak had orders to go, look for certain things in this ball game because we're used to seeing them get 5 or 6 receivers or 5 or 6 different targets involved.
Patak now 10 of 20. Great protection as he looks near side. Tried to fit it into a tight window where Jacob Morrison was. Unfortunately cannot. And it's a quick 3 and out for this Vegas defense.
Yeah, and right on cue, Patak goes to a different receiver, trying to spread the love around, almost like you heard me up here in the booth, which is it's great. It's a great sign from your quarterback. Not just focusing in on his first or second read, going through those progressions, really making sure the defense is where they're supposed to be, and almost got one in there. But a great job defensively from the free safety Mike Jones.
On his away, here comes Britton on the return, and they will give him yardage up to the 40-yard line. That is where Eric Price will take over, and Price really hasn't had that bad of a day. 114 yards, a little over 50% completion percentage, but they find themselves behind here, partner. What has to change in the passing attack?
They have to find a way to break through the opponent's 40-yard line. They are getting stuck right on the precipice of scoring position, and they're having to punt it away. So Las Vegas needs to find a way to get a better game flow once they get past the 50-yard line.
Two-step drop. Price somehow floats it over 3 defenders and right to Mason Kirby at midfield.
And this is where we'll find out, Tyler. A good run to Hubba Kimbrell. If they can get a 4 or 5 yard gain here, that's really, really going to increase their odds that they're going to get that first down, get into scoring position, and maybe put a little bit of pressure back on Seattle to get, if Vegas can get some points on the board and get back in this ball game.
122 yards officially for Price as he sets up just outside the 47-yard line. Pitch play left side for Kimbrell. Kimbrell trying to get some forward progress. There's Day there to greet Kimbrell after 3 yards for Las Vegas.
Not a bad first down play. Could have used a little bit more there, but Eric Price, I expect him to look for something short over the middle, and we'll see if they're able to connect on something like that.
Goal line eye, they go with Kimbrell again. Through the middle, and Kimbrell gains a few more. But one thing we really haven't seen, as much as this game has gone on there, Steven, is Kimbrell breaking out of tackles. Seems like he's been really caught up in the Seattle defense.
And I think that's partly due credit to the defense. Their speed, they are able to catch up, and even if Kimbrell is able to break that first tackle, there's another Seattle defender there ready to drag down the ball carrier.
Kimbrell's still averaging right around 4 yards a carry, so still really good production. But this defense is starting to close in tight. Pass middle, caught Britton, first down to the 31.
Okay, here we go now. Vegas putting a little pressure on this Seattle defense. A couple of nice little runs here, and that's field goal territory for the Fury. But, again, I want to say, it's not a time to let up or go conservative. If you're Las Vegas, this has been, this is hard for your team to get here. So it's not time to fall asleep. It's time to step on the gas. Look at the coverage there on the bottom of the screen, Tyler. Nobody within 10 yards of these receivers.
I was just going to say, as they try a swing pass in that direction, but the defense, well, there's that speed on full display. Bryant James comes up with a tackle at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, man, I don't know if I might have tried to call an audible or a hot route there and just get a smoke screen out there to that bottom receiver, because at least you're going to get 3 or 4 yards just due to the loose coverage there on the outside.
2nd and 10, pitch play. Kimbrell looking for the corner. Somehow got by 4 defenders. Oh, but Kimbrell, Houdini's in the house in Vegas, and it's 1st and goal. Wow, what a run.
And that was an absolute monster of a stutter step there from Kimbrell as he gets here on the outside, throws the stiff arm, and then just kind of, then it just, because he lowered the shoulders, lost that speed.
And somehow stepped out of bounds before crossing the plane, but it's 1st and goal from the 1 as Kimbrell surpasses 100 yards tonight. Passing play from the half-yard mark. Pass left side, caught, turning upfield, touchdown, John Blades, and Vegas are on the board. A little Las Vegas leap on the out route, and it works to perfection to get the game back to within a score. Just like that, Vegas are back on the board for the first time tonight. And we got a ball game. Kick is up, and it is good. 7-7. Here in Las Vegas, we have got ourselves a ball game. Now available free to download, you can play the SFL video game on the go with the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus and emulator for 4K23 right in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com. Search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23. Retroid, the official console of the SFL. And it seems like power strikes have really taken a toll on the league today. It affected SFL headquarters earlier today, but unfortunately my partner has been zapped out of existence here for the short time being. Hopefully he's able to join us here in just a second as Blue Scott gets the call up the middle. That'll gain maybe a few yards as there'll be an injury update, and that is Jackson for Seattle. That's unfortunate for Dean Jackson that he'll come off the field as we head over to Vancouver once more. An update from Cameron Irvine.
Thank you, Tyler. Key injury tonight for Vancouver. Mark Lopez doubtful with a sore neck, and his backup gives up a touchdown. Ryan Davis with the score. Portland up 37-21 late in the third, but Vancouver just got a key stop. Back to you in Cincy.
Thank you, Cam. Portland have won the last 2 meetings between Vancouver. And even though Vancouver has owned the Pacific Division, Portland have owned Vancouver this past season as Scott gets the call right side. That'll be first down yardage for Blue Scott, a 7-yard pickup as the running game continues to be effective here for Seattle. First and 10 here for the Nemesis after the Blue Scott run. And for Scott, near side, gets a block. Now looking to bounce out of a couple tackles and eventually wrapped up and thrown down by Merrick Itera after a gain of 6 and teleporting back into existence is my broadcast partner, Stephen Hacker. Welcome back.
Yep, hacking into a computer screen near you, and I am back in business. Happy to be back here with you, partner.
Thank you. Glad that didn't take too terribly long, and grateful that the backup generators are working now in Hackerland as it's 2nd and 4. I formation here as Scott gets the call again, but the spin move, nothing doing as Las Vegas have done a fairly decent job of containing the edge run. And now, here comes the nemesis on 3rd down. Blitz coming. Patak has to roll out to his right. Still rolling. Backup blocks come in. Passing right side. Oh, it's high wind! Oh, a beautiful communication from quarterback to receiver. It was a play on a playground, and Highwind comes up with a very nice catch to help out his quarterback. That's the nice hands catch of the ball game, brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K 23. Unfortunately, the hacking did not go as well for Hacker. He'll be back here shortly, hopefully, as we continue on inside the 40-yard line. Seattle from the Las Vegas 38-yard line. 4-man rush. Attack, middle, caught again at the 16-yard line. That's Gus Scott with his first reception of the contest. Take a look again. Here for Seattle, the post route or the arrow route working well. They tried to play more of a cover 2, a very hard zone within the first 10 yards, but left Scott alone over the middle. They're back to the line at the 16 now. Late handoff, Ballou on the give, right side. Scott gains 5 yards before being brought down, and it's runs like that. Scott was untouched for about 4 yards. The offensive line led by Ethan Kai and Clarence Carver at the guard spots, creating some nice openings in the middle of that defensive line. On the call, Balil Scott again gets shoulder charged by Luke Swift after a pickup of 3. That's going to bring up 3rd down from inside the 10-yard line. This will be the longest or second longest drive of the ball game for Seattle. Play number 9. As Christian Bachagalupe, the former tight end, in motion. 3rd and 2. They go to Ballou. Right side. She gets out of a tackle, and she is into the end zone. Touchdown, Nemesis. They retake the lead. It's 13-7. And the lineman, the tackles this time. Maddie Mack gets involved on the right-hand side, seals the edge, and that is how the Nemesis pick up the touchdown. And massive credit to the backup fullback there as well, with an extra key block. Ballou does a little extra work, and Seattle back out in front. Here comes Christian Ronald Suey to try and tack home the extra point. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it is good. 14-7 after a 9-play, 79-yard drive. Took 3 minutes, just under 30 seconds off the board. And the Seattle Nemesis will retake the field with their kicking unit, and so will Stephen Hacker will join me back in the booth as Suey kicks it away here for it's a shorter kickoff than usual. Here comes the return from Kirby as he's out of 1 tackle and finally taken down at the 36-yard line. Hacker, let's see if we can get the connection more streamlined. How's the hat coming?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I really hate breaking the fourth wall, but apparently the power grid here is not able to withhold the greatness of this ball game, and I just had to have 2 power failures within 30 seconds of each other, so that was great. But happy to be back here, hopefully, for the remainder of this fantastic ball game.
We'll see if I can hack some things over here on this side. I do work in technology after all, so
Please do. See what you can do for me, sir.
we'll see what happens. Maybe it's a loose
Or
wire.
maybe it was you that turned. You just want all the shine of the broadcast, and you're the one that's turning off my power. I know how you are.
Well, you see, Hacker, we'll get to that here in just a second as a pitch play for Kimbrel goes left-hand side, and Kimbrel, turned asunder on the tackle. That'll lose 2 yards.
And there on that right side where Seattle just seems to keep putting pressure on those toss plays. This time it's TJ Frosty coming in from the safety spot, making a nice play there in the backfield.
And back to your point there, partner. I don't want to take up too much spotlight. I'm calling 3 games. I'm trying to save my voice. I need you, partner.
That's right. You know, when you're just the MVP, you carry the whole broadcast team like that. I know how it is. Yeah, you got, and make sure you drink extra honey water, all that good stuff.
You know, that's exactly what I'm doing. Pitch play left side for Kimbrel, gain 6. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
It's a big 3rd down opportunity here for the Fury. Trying to get back into my numbers here. Not sure what the 3rd down percentage is, but this is a big one. 3rd and 6 near midfield.
For Vegas, they are 4 of 9. This to get back to 500 on 3rd downs tonight. Pass, tight coverage, beautiful catch there from John Morrison.
And that's really nice too. Vegas really dug deep into their playbook there. Ran something a little bit different, not going with the same old, got Price on a rollout, and then waiting for those routes to kind of develop. A little bit crowded, but a nice throw from Price.
That is what we call a flood pattern. It really forced the man-on-man coverage to stick with their man. And sometimes, as we saw there, they get a little bit of lost in the package, in the pattern. And that allowed Price to slot home the pass to Mr. Morrison. Under 2 to go here in quarter number 3 from Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas. Handoff for Kimbrel. Trying to go up the middle. Gains about 4 before Kanan is there. That'll bring up 2nd down as Kanan. We've talked about Maurice Lloyd for Las Vegas, but Sable Kanan has had himself a solid night. 2 tackles for loss and 3 total tackles in all tonight. Kanan. Pitch play. Oh, somehow got away with it. And Kimbrel nearly picked off on the pitch. Holy camole. That nearly was going backwards for a 6 the other way.
He tried to catch it. But he had his hands out trying to catch that ball. He had his eyes on the end zone. I think that is the only reason that wasn't a turnover. Vegas is absolutely fortunate to still have the ball here.
3 wide from the 36 of Seattle. They're going to motion Kimbrel into an I formation. He was lined up as a wide receiver beforehand. Instead, they will go to the fullback, who's trying to burrow his way forward. That's Brad Taylor Wright. Only a yard gained as the dreaded one, Doug Day, comes up with another tackle.
And again, credit to the offensive coordinator here from the Fury, really diving into that playbook and coming up with some creative looks, trying to create some confusion there for the Seattle defense.
Price, quick drop, quick dump over the middle, deflected at the middle linebacker area. There is TJ Harper. That'll stop the clock and bring up 3rd down.
Big linebacker there in the middle of the field, able to get those hands up. And even if you tip it away, that's a big plus for your defense.
So now Vegas will trot out 4 wide receivers as the DBs look like they're playing man. They got 4 DBs on 2 wide receivers near side. Rice will roll in that direction, has to throw it off his back foot, and that is caught, and out of a tackle goes Jacob Morrison for the touchdown!
What a chess game. What a chess game that was. They Seattle sending pressure, going with that man coverage there. So it's literally it's you versus your matchup. Price on the move, throwing off his back foot, able to find his receiver, and not only that, the receiver with the defender draped all over him, able to break the tackle and scamper into the end zone. A huge play for Las Vegas.
And that should see us retie up the ball game. Extra point from Matt Rage is up and good. And it's 14-14 with 007 left to go in the third quarter. And from a game that for about 19 minutes and change had no scoring, we're still deadlocked, but it's now 14 apiece. It's been a much better third quarter here in Sin City. Tina Queen will take a knee back deep in her own end zone. And so the Nemesis will start on their own 20-yard line for maybe just a play here in the third quarter. I formation behind Ty Patak. Here to begin the drive. And Apaloo Scott trying to push the pile, but will get taken down behind the line by Max Jackson. And that will bring the third quarter to a close. Here from Vegas, it is all knotted up at 14 apiece. Vegas, Seattle, who comes out on top? Stay tuned, you're about to find out. But first, here's Curtis.
The of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Welcome back to Week 7 here in the 21st season of the Simulation Football League in Las Vegas and this Seattle. I'm Tyler Falk alongside Stephen Hacker here in the booth. Statisticians are Top Kiefer and Justin Reside, and our commissioner is also our producer, Cameron Irvine. We are happy you've joined us late tonight as Scott gets the call, and Blue Scott picks up 3 yards before she is brought down. And the story of the game has been this second half. The second half adjustments have led to a massive uptick in scoring there, Stephen.
Yeah, and it's been really fun to
Bunch set near side here on third down. Hopefully we didn't lose Hacker for a third time. Pass middle, caught, and turning upfield is Gus Scott. The Scots combining for the first 40 or 20 or so yards here for Seattle's offense to begin the drive. That's a nice post route, or corner route, I should say, to the right-hand side. That gets it Seattle up to the 46-yard line. Unfortunately, we have lost Hacker, and potentially he might come back. We'll see. 9 minutes to go here in Las Vegas. Hand off Baloo Scott, trying to cut up through the middle. Tackled after a gain of 2. And no further here for Seattle. And it does appear that we have lost Hacker indefinitely. Maybe he's able to come back, hopefully not. However, this reminds me of the Las Vegas convention where almost every single broadcaster had to broadcast a game solo. So maybe it's almost like a sign. As Patak tries to take off, and he's brought down after a gain of a yard. He saves a sack, but Mike Jones brings him down. It'll be 3rd and 6 for Seattle. That's just great awareness from the rookie quarterback to try and make something happen with his feet and not to force a pass down the field into coverage. You're at a tie ball game. You need to keep control of the football. Bunch set near side here for Seattle. At midfield. Patak will look to throw, looking middle. That is caught. First down to the 35-yard line. It's John Fullerton picking up the first down. Las Vegas sent the blitz. They tried to cover the middle of the field. Maurice Loy's done an excellent job all day tonight, but she just guesses the wrong way, and Fullerton is there with the reception to move the chains. as we take a closer look at Patak's numbers. 217 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception in the ball game tonight. Patak taking a few extra steps in the pocket, now looking over the middle, and there's Max Jackson. Oh, he had excellent presence of mind a few plays ago to not force a pass. This time he tries to go over the middle, and Max Jackson, playing short center field, comes up with the interception, and Vegas retake over possession. A fantastic defensive effort. We may have to change our nice hands catching the ball game after the catch from Max Jackson, going all the way up, going top shelf with that interception. As we go pitch play for Kimbrell, right side. Kimbrell only gains a yard on the play. Max Jackson, that was Max Jackson's first interception on the season for Max. Max Jackson's 94th career interception. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receiver look. Now on the field here for Vegas. 8 men in the box for Seattle. Under 7 to play here in regulation. Pass middle, caught for a few more yards. There is Mason Kirby for about a gain of 5. That'll bring up 3rd down here for Las Vegas. Can they turn this drive into points? Off of the turnover. Blitz coming. Price looking near side. Amar Bryant Jr. Johnny on the spot again with a crucial 3rd down deflection. And that will see Vegas quickly come off the field after the Max Jackson impeccable interception. It's a 3 and out. The Seattle Nemesis defense make a crucial stand and force a Dustin McRack punt. Now on the return, Tita Queen stapled to the turf. And that is where Seattle will take over. Knotted up at 14 apiece here in Las Vegas. And if you want to play the SFL on a console, you can play it now. Free to download. You can play the SFL video game on the go with the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K 23. We'll touch on more here in just a second. Attack, middle. There is Fox Highwind. He's been mostly absent this second half, and he gets all the way down to about the 45-yard line. Back to playing the SFL video game. You can play it right in the palm of your hand with the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. Order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com, search SFL, and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23. Retroid, the official console of the SFL. Maybe Seattle sensing a little bit more persistence and aggressiveness. They go empty, but they hand off to Scott out of the backfield, and that play resulted in a loss of 1 as we head over to Vancouver, and it seems like the boats are sailing away with it, Cam.
Thank you, Tyler. It's just a wild night with Mark Lopez out and Portland's just answering the bell at every turn. Ezekiel Love, 69-yard touchdown run, gives Portland a 50-burger, but Vancouver still fighting as Vegas has a 1st down and more. Back to you in Vegas.
Thank you, Camp. Attack hit Queen on a nice little go route in between the zones to get them across midfield and to the 40-yard line. Excellent throw from Batak to find the open hole in the zone. And it's 1st and 10 now from that 40-yard line of the Fury. Back to pass again. Tack looking middle. That is caught by DeQueen again. Inside the 20. They're in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And Patak has done an excellent job here on the drive, fitting the ball in a tight window and not being deterred by the Max Jackson interception a drive ago. He lets the coverage creep up the linebacking side of the field, and that allows DeQueen to get open on the right side of the hash marks. And they're back to the line again from the 18-yard line officially. Blitz being showed. Here they come. And Blue out of one. Stutters upfield and falls forward inside the 8-yard line. First and goal, Seattle. Take a look again. Look at the blocking. Upfield, high wind, Carver doing an excellent job of setting the edge on the offensive side of the field. And Baloo Scott will eat yards like that for breakfast. And Michael Torillo joins us. The famous commentator himself out of Bethune-Cookman will join us as Baloo Scott gets the call up the middle. A gain of 6 yards for Baloo. Brings up second and short. Here on the call. A.K. Jones is going to have to do a little bit better. The middle of the line to try and force something. I formation from the 2. Versus a goal line D. They go up the middle again. Baloo Scott diving forward. And that's another touchdown for Baloo Scott. Seattle pump out the lead again. But Vegas keeps coming back. Can they hold this lead? That is touchdown number 2 for Baloo Scott. Over 130 yards in the ball game, just punctuated by her 2 scores on the ground. Defense unable to stop the running game when it mattered most. Ronald Suey's extra point is up and good. And it's now 21-14 after a 7-play, 72-yard drive. 8 p.m. music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and find perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. As, well, that looked like a wrecking ball, Doug Britton, because he was barreling through the hands team of Seattle. So take a look again. A very nice run. He's using all his muscles to run through defenders. Oh my goodness. John Fullerton, I don't think you even know where you are at this point, because that was a massive forearm shiver from Doug Britton as he gets all the way up to the 39-yard line. Now can Vegas respond? They're down by 7, but this is a position they have found themselves in twice before this ball game. Can they come back again? Under 4 to go. Slight bit of miscommunication. I think he was looking for John Blades, but the coverage was just too good. And Seattle, later and later this game, I've been noticing, has been employing a lot more cover 0, which means they're sending a blitz and they're hoping that man-to-man coverage on the outside on those receivers is enough to throw off Eric Price. And on that last play, it did. 2nd and 10 now from the 39-yard line. Empty backfield behind Eric Price. Passing right side, and it's deflected away. Dangerous pass as Daniel Valentine is there to knock it aside. That will bring up 3rd down for Vegas. They are 6 of 12 tonight and 3 of 4 in this second half. They need to get to midfield. 5-man rush. Price throws short and nearly taken away by Amar Bryant Jr. Another 3rd down deflection from Amar Bryant. He has been in that zone Price has been trying to target the short pass near side on the last 3 third downs, and Amar Bryant Jr. has stood the test of Eric Price's passes. But what's this? They come back to the line of scrimmage with 4 wide receivers. They're going to try and go for it from the 39-yard line inside their own territory. Here we go. A gutsy play call from a gutsy team. Price to throw. Looking middle. It is incomplete. Brent couldn't hold on. They will turn it over at their own 39-yard line. Unbelievable. The team who has been known for their spunk, playing against the new age spunk, trying to play one too many cards. They gambled too much, and they couldn't convert. And now with 3:28 to go, here in regulation, Seattle have the football and the lead. Handoff for Scott up the middle. She is thrown backwards after getting out of one tackle. Eventually, Mike Jones comes up with the finisher. It's a gain of 4, and Seattle will try and run out as much clock as possible. So as things stand, Seattle will take the lead in the Pacific Division at 4-2. That being if the scoreline holds here and in Vancouver. Another handoff for Scott. Up the middle, another couple of yards before being brought down. Like Andre Tucker and Mike Jones in on the stop for the Fury. That brings up a critical 3rd down. Seattle will have to run one more play before the 2-minute warning. If Vegas gets a stop, they will still have all 3 timeouts in their arsenal. And with a chance to come back. 3rd and 2. Hand off Ballou through the middle, and Scott gets the first down to around the 26-yard line. The offensive line does their job. And Seattle come up with a first down as we hit the 2-minute warning. Seattle with the lead. Can they put Vegas away? You're watching the SFL Week 7 Friday Night Lights on YouTube. So with 2 minutes to go, Vancouver and Portland, that game now an 11-point ball game. Portland 54, Vancouver 43 with 1:44 to go. Scott with the give up the middle. That's a gain of about 3 or 4. And Vegas will slowly but surely start having to burn their timeouts. Another Saturday 6-pack of SFL action kicks off at 1 p.m. Eastern with the Tulsa Desperados back in action, hosting unbeaten Alamo City. The evening block begins at 6:30 p.m. in Raleigh, where the 3-2 Carolina Skyhawks host the 2-3 Jacksonville Kings. For the complete game schedule, visit our league website at simulationfl.net, and don't miss Ballou Scott break out of a couple tackles, get a first down inside the 15-yard line, and now the Fury are on their last legs and on their last timeout. A brilliant run from Ballou from behind her own line of scrimmage. 159 yards for her. Seattle just a few plays away now. Hand up Ballou, near side. Bouncing out of a tackle now. Max Jackson is like a cape on her back. Takes her down. She might get a yard. Vegas called her final timeout. And we may yet see Vegas have to try for a field goal. There's still about 1:40 to go. And it is second down. A first down would clinch it. Handoff, Scott. Through the middle. 2 defenders take her down. It'll be 3rd and 5. Under a minute 30 to go. If I do some quick math there, F4A radio, I think there will be about 20 seconds to go if Las Vegas were to get the ball back. That's my high school math for you, maybe. Maybe I'm right. Minute 10 to go. Here from Silver State Stadium. It's been a wild ride. And where else would it not be a wild ride if not here in Vegas? Handoff, Scott needs the first down, and she is brought down short. Maurice Lloyd, the story for Las Vegas tonight, comes away with a tackle. It is 4th and 1 here for Seattle. It will be just under 20 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Now here's the crucial thing. Does Seattle kick a field goal? Yes, they will. A 21-yard attempt to make it a 2-score ball game. From the left hash, Christian Ronald Suey, who has broken ribs. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it is good. A 10-point ball game, 24-14. Seattle does their bit. The offense does their bit. And now they just need to hope a miracle doesn't happen, because that's what it will take for Vegas to come away with an improbable victory. Ronald Suey puts his boot through the ball. And taking a knee is Doug Britton back in his own end zone. 13 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. It's been a wild ride. I had Stephen Hacker for most of it. Unfortunately, electricity does not like hacking, and so he was hacked out of the ball game, unfortunately. Special thank you to statisticians Justin Rasine and top keeper Eric Price. Looking right side, open as a receiver, Britton caught. 8 seconds to go. I don't think they're going to get the spike down. He needed to get out of bounds. 2 seconds to go. Price will snap it. 1 second to go. But that might just seal it. Logistically, statistically, mathematically speaking, they can only get 7 points. Eric Price will try one more time to heave the ball down the field. Four-man rush. Price, short hitter over the middle. It is caught for a first down, but not enough for a score. And that is your ball game. Seattle 24, Las Vegas 14. Here from Silver State Stadium. And I need to lie down after a wild 4th quarter of play. That's your final score, 24-14. Las Vegas falls to Seattle. So let's talk through the ball game as we close out a late night here in the SFL and from Las Vegas. Seattle just had the better offense tonight. Close to 450 total yards. Third down conversions a little bit better for the Nemesis, but it really was just a solid defensive effort. I would say on both sides, there were a lot of people that left myself and I think everyone else with a great impression. Maurice Lloyd, she had a fantastic ball game, 12 total tackles, 2 deflections, and was just a beast in the center of the field. 17 total tackles, Max Jackson right behind her with 16. When we take a look at the rest of the stats tonight, Jackson with also a TFL behind the line, but the defense for Seattle was getting home thick and fast. A couple of crucial tackles behind the line. Sable Cannon, a name that rings a bell for me and for everybody. And then Blue Scott is my player of the game. 165 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns in the ball game. She was the story, and she is what ultimately sealed the deal for Seattle. For everyone here from Silver State Stadium, I'm Tyler Falk. We'll catch you tomorrow where I call my 3rd game of the weekend, and many more coming up tomorrow. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.